Hey, sixth graders, happy Friday. It is the last day of week 4 of online classes, and you guys are crushing it. I want to just make a quick video to review some concepts from week 4 and prep you for your quiz. This is a very important video to watch if you are interested in getting a great quiz score on your independent practice today. So stay tuned. Before we move forward with those tips and reminders, I just need to give some shout outs for some scholars who are crushing it. On the next slide, I have a list of all students in the top 10 for 2 specific Vista Virtual points. For the point that is called attend office hours, which is 3 Vista Virtual points each, and the point that is called attend reteach. If you do these 2 things, you are improving so quickly. When you attend office hours and when you attend reteach with Mr. Zamora, you're improving so much faster than the students who aren't doing that. So I just wanted to take a minute to shout you out for earning those Vista Virtual points. So I'm going to go ahead and start just so you can read this chart. Eileen has in this week, so starting on Monday, and I'm filming this Thursday afternoon, so between Monday and Thursday afternoon, Eileen has 9 times earned either attend office hours, Vista Virtual Point, or attend reteach. Awesome job, Eileen. You can see that's 9 times 3 is 27 Vista Virtual Points. Wow. Rounding out my top 10, Raina, Jaylene, nice job, Jaylene, Adrienne, Israel, Luis A, glad to see you on there too, bud. Jada, Eric, G-Ray, and Zion. Nice job, you guys. There are a lot of other scholars who earned one of these Vista Virtual points, so check your Kickboard, just like you do when we have paychecks. But really, really proud of you guys. You deserve a shout out, and here it is. I do want to give you some quiz reminders. This is a great thing to jot down, be like Mark Cuban, take a little quick note so that you can do your very best on today's practice. First tip, find your notes from this week, read them over, and have them out with you when you're taking your quiz. When you're taking your quiz and you see a question on greatest common factor, go ahead and look back at your notes on greatest common factor because they will certainly help you get the question on your quiz correct. Okay. Same thing when you see a question about coordinate points and plotting, go ahead and go back to your notes for that work. Awesome. Please show all your work, just like I model on my notes. I want you to do on your notes, your scratch work when you do your quiz. This is scientifically proven to improve your accuracy, meaning you get more questions correct when you show your work. Forces your brain to slow down, and then our brain gets tricked less often. So even though we're really smart and we can work quickly, if we slow down, we are more accurate. And on a quiz, you want to be accurate, right? So slow down, show all of your work. And last reminder, this is specific to greatest common factor. Related to showing your work, please slow down and write out every single factor. So you might see a number like 32. Maybe you know all of the numbers that multiply together to get 32. Maybe you need some reminders. So I just recommend you slow down, write out all the factors using that rainbow, right? And make sure you have them all before you start finding the greatest common factor, okay? All right, a couple of other things that I wanted to share with you. There is one question on your quiz today in Edulastic, question 5. Question 5 asks you to find the perimeter, which we've practiced this week, of this polygon A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, this polygon's sides I think are a little bit hard to see, so I just wanted to show them to you ahead of time. Go ahead and follow my mouse, okay? I'm going to start with A. Here's a side. Here's one, here's one, here's one. See this one right here? It goes over the axis, but that counts as a side. So does this one, and this one, and this one. So this is a closed polygon. It looks kind of like a staircase to me, or like 2 tall rectangles and a square next to each other. When you find the perimeter, include these sides, even though they're a little bit hard to see. Okay, so all the sides. Got it? Okay. All right, and then I wanted to give you a little bit of batch feedback from lesson 13 that I wasn't able to get in the video earlier this week. You'll see a question similar to this on your quiz today, so I want to make sure that you can get this batch feedback before you take it, okay? You'll recognize this question. I'm just going to read it. The x-axis represents the number of hours before or after noon. Noon is 12 p.m., like lunchtime. And the y-axis represents the temperature in degrees Celsius. So what does that mean? I'm thinking about my x-axis. It is number of hours before or after noon. So after noon is positive, and before noon is negative. You got it. So if I have a time given in the question, I'm just going to think, is the time before noon? So should I go to the left, or is the time after noon? Should I go to the right? Okay, so let's practice really quick. This is your question from your independent practice on lesson 13. At 11 a.m., it was 10 degrees Celsius. In what quadrant would this point be plotted? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start at 0, and I'm thinking, is the time 11 a.m. before noon or after noon? Does 11 a.m. come before lunchtime or after lunchtime? It comes before. It comes? Yeah, so actually I'm going to go to the left, and 11 a.m. is only 1 hour before noon, so it would be at like a -1. Okay. And then I have 10 degrees Celsius. That temperature is positive, so I'm going to go up. So this point would land in quadrant 2. Quadrant 2, absolutely. So the correct answer is C. Let's practice again. At 7 a.m., it was -4 degrees Celsius. In what quadrant would this point be plotted? You try it first. Did you think, is that time 7 a.m. before noon or after noon? It's before, so that means I'm going to go to the left on my x-axis, and this time it's a negative temperature, so I'm going to go down. This one's in quadrant 3. Quadrant 3, so the correct answer is C. Okay. I hope that review was helpful. You can pause the video here and jot down this question on your notes for lesson 13 or on the paper where you're going to do your scratch work for your quiz today. That's it for me. You have up next your quiz to take. Do your best. You guys are going to crush it. I can't wait to see it. And then after that, have a really awesome weekend. I'll see you back here for week 5 on Monday. Bye, guys.